These offers, reject them all. In the end, Luo Yang made his choice. As long as a person lives, he only fights for one breath. After traveling to this world, Luo Yang made up his mind to lead the dragon kingdom of this world to the world. Not only to repay the training of the country in the previous life, but also for the passion in the bones. If young people do not have the spirit to dare to fight and fight, what kind of young people are they? When he founded Beichin Technology, hundreds of top students from the computer science department of Fuzhou University joined without saying a word. Why was this? One of the reasons is that he rejected the solicitations from major giants! In the early years, many top students from the Dragon Kingdom chose to abandon their Dragon Kingdom nationality and join the United States, which made many people feel resentful. Long Guo spent a lot of effort cultivating these people, but in the end, they never returned. Read for the rise of the Dragon Kingdom. It seems to have become a joke. A top student in the Dragon Kingdom shouldn't be like this. As a result, Luo Yang, who remained true to his heart in the face of temptation, became the idol of the entire computer science department of Fuzhou University, and thus became the leader of the computer science department. Only then did he raise his voice, and many top students responded. Okay, Mr. Luo. Linya smiled. Luo Yang is still the Luo Yang in her impression. After making this difficult decision, Luo Yang suddenly felt that the burden on his shoulders was much lighter. At this moment, seeing those quotations that easily exceed tens of billions of dollars is no longer so shocking. Continuing to look at the offers from other companies, he found that the acquisition targets of these companies were different. Most of the previous offers worth tens of billions of US dollars were to acquire the entire Beichin Technology, while the following companies only aimed to acquire Beichin Systems, but the quotes were much lower, with the lowest being $1 billion US dollars from an overseas investment bank. The highest price was quoted by stock god Buffett, which reached $30 billion US dollars, far more than what Microsoft was offering. When it comes to investment vision, there really are not many people who can match Buffett. The name of the stock god is not just blown away. The price of $30 billion US dollars alone directly equals the price quoted by IDM and Beast Bone Inscriptions. This proves that stock gods are very optimistic about Beichin Technology. Continuing to look through the information, Luo Yang found that not all giants were interested in the operating system. For example, Facebook, the world's largest social giant, did not make a bid. Facebook rarely gets involved in unfamiliar fields. Judging from the current investment structure of Facebook, most of the investment and acquisition targets are related to the social field. This is different from Penguin in China. Musk, the Iron Man of Silicon Valley, who is obsessed with building rockets and electric cars, did not focus on this aspect and only gave a tentative offer of $10 billion US dollars. The ambitious Amazon has also made an offer for Beichin System, with the price as high as $20 billion US dollars. For Amazon, its main investment areas are still e-commerce and cloud business, and the operating system is more for commercial layout. Consider, except for these major companies, none of the other companies' quotations exceed $5 billion US dollars, so there is no need to list them. Continuing to scroll down, what these remaining companies are most interested in is not Beichin Technology or Beichin System, but the simulator algorithm and the disordered array encryption algorithm. Well-known security software vendors, Symantec and Kaba, have each offered $2 billion US dollars to acquire the disordered array encryption algorithm alone. For these companies, information security business is the highlight, and the disordered array encryption algorithm developed by Luo Yang aroused their strong interest. At the end, Luo Yang finally saw another familiar name. Fruit Company ! This company, with the highest market capitalization in the world, is also the most famous internet technology company in the world. Its Fruit phone can be said to be well known by everyone. Fruit Company officially offers $30 billion United States dollars to separately acquire all technologies and related patents for the time machine simulator optimization algorithm, as well as the disordered array encryption algorithm. At the same time, Fruit Company promises that after the completion of this acquisition, Aurora Search will become Fruit Company, is strategic partner in Dragon Country ! All Fruit phones, computers, and other hardware devices sold in Dragon Country will have Aurora Search set as the default search engine! Hiss exclamation. Luo Yang took a breath. He immediately realized what the Fruit Company was planning. The strategy of Fruit Company this time is very smart. Although it has spent $30 billion, it is not worth mentioning its huge cash reserves. As the world's second largest personal computer operating system vendor, once Fruit Company gets the emulator, the algorithm is definitely capable of quickly capturing most of Microsoft's users. After losing the simulator, Beichen's system lost the ability to quickly plunder the market and also lost the possibility of entering overseas markets. However, even so, Beichen's system still has a competitive edge in the domestic market. Because of Microsoft's supply cutoff incident, Longguo will never give up its support for Beichen's system! The Fruit Company is also very aware of this, so their main target should be overseas markets. In order to achieve this goal, the Fruit Company does not hesitate to use Aurora Search as a bargaining chip to seduce Beichen technology. Judging from the share of mobile phones owned by Fruit Company in China, the effect of fully promoting Aurora Search will definitely be significant. By then, when it exceeds 1,000 degrees, Aurora Search will become Beichen Technology's second profit growth point. In this acquisition, Fruit Company is the winner, Beichen Technology is also the winner, and the only loser is Microsoft! Beichen Technology and Fruit Company will jointly divide the big cake that belongs to Microsoft. This trick of the Fruit Company is like taking out a sweet poisonous apple. If you eat it, you will feel uncomfortable, but you will not die. If you do not eat it, you will become hungry. What a vicious plan. What a Fruit Company. Even though Luo Yang didn't plan to sell, he couldn't help but be shocked by the Fruit Company's generosity. Compared with the slow, responsive Microsoft Corporation, Fruit Company has truly shown its edge as a giant. It deserves to be the company with the highest market capitalization in the world. The Fruit Company's vision is really vicious. It can be said to have hit the nail on the head. I also think that in this acquisition, the Fruit Company is most likely to achieve its goals. Lin Ya also spoke at this time. Luo, if you do not plan to sell, then the acquisitions of these companies will naturally fail. Luo Yang nodded. No matter which way he quoted, he had no intention of selling. At present, because these giants still believe that it is possible to complete the acquisition or purchase shares, they have a certain tolerance for Beichen Technology. Once Beichen Technology rejects acquisitions from all giants, it will inevitably face a severe blow. Take a step and see what happens. There is no statement on the acquisition of Beichen Technology by many giants. A few days passed in the blink of an eye. During this period, many overseas professional appraisal institutions released reverse compilation test reports on the Beichen system code, officially confirming that the Beichen system was completely self-developed and independently owned by Longguo. After the news spread to China, it once again aroused heated discussions. Now, those who are slandering the Beichen system can shut up. Domestic and overseas institutions have issued appraisal reports. There is no doubt that the Beichen system is 100% domestically produced. A few days ago, there were public intellectuals jumping up and down, angrily complaining about the Beichen system. Why can't anyone see it now? Haha, a bunch of banana people are shaking in the cold all day long. What's wrong with this country? They have already become displeased. The scarf should have banned these people directly. For some public intellectuals, this report from an overseas professional organization completely shattered their illusions. At this point, domestic voices questioning the Beichen system have basically ceased to exist. At the same time, the download volume of the English version of the Beichen system began to soar. Previously, the number of system activations of the overseas version had not been high, because even the domestic people did not fully believe in the Beichen system, let alone abroad. After the professional organization released the code appraisal report this time, it immediately attracted the attention of many overseas netizens. On oil pipelines, Beichen system triggered a craze. It turned out that a well-known video blogger posted a video of himself testing the Bayesian system on YouTube. In the video, he skillfully explained various functions of the Bayesian system to his fans, which finally caused quite a stir. Foreign netizens expressed their disbelief. It's incredible. Longuo's operating system is actually comparable to the Win system! I have tested it, and except for the code, which is all in Chinese and cannot be read, other aspects of usage are completely in English. A system written entirely in Chinese. As a programmer, I think it is necessary to go to the Confucius Institute to learn Chinese! It turns out that besides TT-K-Tok, there are such powerful software companies in Longuo. I heard that Microsoft has made an offer to acquire Bayesian technology! After TikTok, Bayesian system became the second software to be hotly discussed by overseas netizens. Because the code of the Bayesian system is compiled entirely in Chinese, many foreign programs directly show their black question mark faces when faced with dense square characters. Not only them, but the previous professional code appraisal agencies also wiped away their tears. In order to find out whether the Bayesian system referred to other system codes, these institutions had to recruit many Chinese programmers to participate in this testing work. Because foreign programmers cannot understand Chinese. During this period, the registration rate for Confucius Institutes abroad increased rapidly, leaving many schools confused. I used to promote it every day, but I never saw so many people sign up. What's more, many of the people who signed up this time are programmers. After investigation, they found out the cause of the incident. It turned out to be because of the Bayesian system. The Bayesian system has brought glory to the country, and foreign programmers are learning Chinese one after another. Faced with the invasion of Hollywood and the animation culture of the Neon Kingdom, the Bayesian system completed the output of the Dragon Kingdom culture. News with similar headlines quickly spread back to the country. Overseas Chinese and overseas Chinese who are studying or living abroad have downloaded and activated the Bayesian system. The familiar Chinese language has brought tears to many people's eyes. I never thought that in my lifetime I would be able to use a Chinese operating system abroad. This is amazing for my country. I installed the Bayesian system overnight yesterday and tried it myself. It is indeed as advertised by Bayesian technology. It can be seamlessly compatible with most Windows system software, and there are no incompatibility issues. The operation interface of the Bayesian system is very simple, and the user interface and wallpapers are also very beautiful. It is much easier to use than the Windows system. Have you ever used Aurora Search? It is very easy to use. There are no false advertisements. It's more comfortable to use than Google. Unfortunately, it only has a Chinese mode. I tested Aurora browser and downloaded several other mainstream browsers for comparison. Some mainstream browsers crashed after frequent use and were prone to freezes. Aurora browser has never had a web page crash. No more installation. I have shown my cards. I have decided to use the Bayesian system, the activated flagship version. Online payment screenshot.jpg. There is a Versailles upstairs. I am holding on to silk. I could not bear to activate the flagship version, so I only bought a regular version. I run an advertising company, and I am letting my employees test the professional version. If it works well, I will switch to the Bayesian system from now on. Driven by this wave of enthusiasm, Bayesian system's overseas installed capacity has experienced a wave of explosive growth. Previously, in order to facilitate overseas users to make payments, Bayesian technology has reached cooperation agreements with several internationally renowned credit card giants. Overseas users can pay through credit cards. At the same time, due to domestic foreign exchange control and system issues, it is difficult to collect relatively large amounts of foreign exchange. Bayesian technology can only register a subsidiary in Hong Kong Island and open an offshore account in Hong Kong Island to be responsible for foreign exchange business. As for the person in charge of this subsidiary, Luo Yang directly poached a teacher from the finance department of Fuda with a high salary through his connections at Fuda, named Zheng He. His personal resume is very rich, and he has worked in China and Hong Kong. I work in several professional financial institutions and am quite familiar with Hong Kong Island. As of the 23rd, half a month after the Beichan system was officially released, the installed capacity of overseas systems has reached more than 2 million units. Among them, the number of activations of the regular version has reached 1.7 million. The flagship version has exceeded 250,000, and the professional version has 50,000. If this data were released, it would shock many people, because the price of the overseas version is different from the domestic version. The price of the overseas version also needs to add the tax rate of each country to the basic price, and the actual price is even higher. Even so, in this half-month period, overseas markets have brought revenue of $116 million to Beichan Technology. Not only are sales in overseas markets impressive, but the domestic market is also performing strongly. The installed system capacity in the domestic market has officially exceeded 6 million units. More than 5 million of them are the regular version, 700,000 are the flagship version, and the installed base of the professional version system sold to enterprises has exceeded 300,000. As of now, the profit contributed by the domestic market has reached $377 million, and including the 116 million United States dollars from the overseas market, it has reached $493 million. That is 3.25 billion Dragon Yuan. This means that even if Beichan Technology does not raise funds, it can achieve subsequent growth solely by relying on its own blood transfusions. Like paying for a license plate. I originally thought it would take a month to save enough money, but half a month was enough. Luo Yang no longer hesitated and quickly started preparations for the acquisition. For the two mobile payment companies previously selected, Luo Yang chose the first one as the acquisition target, and then convened some departments for a strategy meeting. This will be the first company acquired by Beichan Technology since its establishment. The company's information was displayed on the big screen in the conference room, and Zhang Yang, the head of the Public Relations Planning Department, was making an introduction. Shenzhen Feihai Financial Company Limited was established in 2006. It was initially engaged in web games, and several of its web games were active for a period of time. Then it switched to mobile payment in 2008 and won the first prize in 2011. Batch payment license. When the Internet 1000 Groups War broke out in 2010, this mobile payment company also opened a group buying platform business and joined the 1000 Groups War. However, due to poor management, the group buying business was officially closed in 2014, and the original buying business team was also disbanded. Zhang Yang pushed up his glasses with his index finger. He was also born in Fuda and had a cheerful personality, which made him suitable for public relations. In the following years, Feihai Finance has also been making other business arrangements, but there has been little improvement. At present, except for its online payment business, all other scattered businesses of the company have basically been sold or closed. Feihai Finance has tried to go public several times, but has been unable to do so due to various reasons. The company's founder Tian Feng graduated from Peking University and is 42 years old. He currently holds 52% of the company's equity and still retains relative controlling rights. The other major shareholders have nothing to pay attention to, and they are already planning to leave the market. Currently, the most valuable thing about Feihai Financial is this mobile payment license. The external quotation is 3 billion yuan, but the price can be negotiated. We were not the only ones who were interested in them before, but there were also several other internet companies. ByteJump had been in contact with this company. In the end, the two parties could not agree on the price. In the end, ByteJump took control of another company by taking a shareholding. A mobile payments company. After the introduction, Zhang Yang returned to his seat and Luo Yang looked at each other. The price can still be pushed down further. Internet companies have the strongest demand for mobile payment licenses, and the top domestic internet companies have already had their own payment licenses, so Feihai Financial has room for choice. Very small. Everyone is talking about it. Now Beijing Technology has more than 3 billion in cash in its account. After paying taxes at the end of the month, there will be about 3 billion left. Buying Feihai Finance is not a problem. After final discussion, everyone agreed that the price of 2.7 billion was relatively reasonable, and of course it would be best if it could be lowered. Please make an offer to Feihai. The first offer is 2 billion, and then you can slowly counteroffer. Lao He, Lao Jiang, you are responsible for this matter. If you have any questions you do not understand, you can consult Lao Zheng. He Siwan and Zhang Yang nodded. As for Lao Zheng, he refers to Zheng He, who was the president of Beijing Technology Hong Kong branch not long ago. We must seize the time. It is best to get it done within a month. After the meeting dispersed, Luo Yang went directly to the technology department on the 4th floor. After the computer operating system, Beijing Technology began to work on other aspects, such as server operating system. In Microsoft's operating system product line, there are both computer system Windows series and mobile device systems, Windows Phone and Windows Mobile, but now the mobile system department has long been closed. In addition, there is the server system Win-NT, which is specially developed for servers. In conjunction with its cloud business and Win system platform, it has many users and markets. After Beijing Systems gained a foothold in computer systems, it also began to develop server systems. Relatively speaking, the server system has stronger performance than the computer operating system and also has very high stability requirements. Customers will never use a server system that crashes frequently. Unlike mini-computers and mainframes, which mostly use Unix and Linux systems, servers have lower requirements than these two. After some modifications to the computer operating system, it can be used as a server system. The Beijing server system, codenamed Polaris Server in English, has been developed to its third version, development version number 3.12. After optimizing some bugs, there are no longer any problems. However, further testing is required before it can be officially commercialized. In addition to server systems, Beijing Technology is also developing database software. Database, operating system, and middleware are the three major pieces of basic computer software. In order to solve the domestic problem of lack of core and lack of soul, the base in Longo's nuclear high-end project, promoted by the official project, refers to its basic software. The most difficult one to break through is the operating system, but it has been overcome by Beijing Technology. With the long development of the Internet, database software has developed to 3 stages. The first stage was a centralized database. After a series of competitions, a pattern was finally formed, led by the 3 major companies, Beastbones, Microsoft, and IBM, followed closely by Sybase, SIP, and Sunshine. These companies almost occupy the vast majority of the market share. In the early days, the Oracle database of Beastbone Script dominated the telecommunications industry, while International Data Management's DB2 dominated the financial industry market. Microsoft's SQL Server and Sunshine's MySQL were the most commonly used databases for ordinary websites. After Sunshine Company was acquired by Beastbone Script, MySQL also joined the Beastbone Script camp. The second stage is distributed databases. With the development of the Internet after the 21st century, centralized databases can no longer meet the development of the Internet. The most typical one is the database system originally developed by Beastbones for Alibaba, which frequently appeared during Double 11. Problem: because the Beastbone Script never imagined that there would be tens of millions of people shopping at the same time during Double 11. After Double 11, Alibaba chose to abandon animal bone inscriptions and decided to develop its own database. Later, with the exposure of the United States eavesdropping plan, Alibaba proposed the concept of DIOE. State-owned enterprises such as telecommunications, finance, and electric power have also promoted the development of self-developed databases, and other domestic databases have also begun to develop. However, the core business of each major enterprise is still the product of a few major overseas giants. The third stage is cloud database. The most typical one is Amazon. As the world's largest e-commerce platform, Amazon's cloud business ranks first in the world. After that, it began to use cloud computing to develop databases. It has now basically getting rid of the dependence on the animal bone inscription database. Faced with this situation, Beastbone Script also changed its resistance and began to work on cloud databases. In his previous life, Luo Yang developed a series of software that included enterprise-level databases, so this was not a problem for him, but it would be too shocking to release it together with the system. While he was busy, an uninvited guest came to the door. "Hello, Mr. Luo, I am Chao Feng, the business department manager of Huipulongguo branch." "Hello." After being polite, the business department manager, who had nothing to do with gang leader Chao in the novel, expressed his intention. "After this period of investigation, we at HP are very interested in the Bayesian system and want to talk to Mr. Luo about joint promotion. The scope of this joint promotion is limited to Longguo. By then, every personal computer sold by HP will be pre-installed with the Bayesian system. With HP's strong brand influence, the promotion of the Bayesian system is absolutely self-evident. I do not know what kind of preferential conditions Mr. Luo can give." Chao Feng's words made Luo Yang smile. After waiting and watching for so long, these computer hardware sellers finally could not hold it any longer. It has been half a month since the Bayesian system was released, but no computer dealer has come to discuss cooperation because they still doubt the authenticity of the Bayesian system and are still waiting to see. It was only in the past few days that overseas institutions released the Bayesian System Code Identification Report that they made up their minds. Of course, we can talk about cooperation, but the scope needs to be larger. I hope HP can jointly promote the Bayesian system on a global scale! This is impossible. Chao Feng refused without thinking. "Mr. Luo should know that our major computer vendors have signed exclusive agreements with Microsoft. This time, in order to promote the Bayesian system within the Dragon Kingdom, we have to pay a liquidated damages. If it is promoted globally, this loss will be too big." Luo Yang became even less anxious after hearing this, as if he said casually, "It is the back-to-school season soon, and it should be the peak sales period for major computer vendors, but I have heard some rumors recently. Many students and parents have expressed their refusal to buy branded computers with the Windows system pre-installed." The cold sweat on Chao Feng's head fell instantly. This. Chao, you and I are well aware of the current situation. The losses caused by the binding between your company and Microsoft during this period have probably exceeded the liquidated damages, right? Under Luo Yang's coercion, Chao Feng had to reveal the truth. Indeed, as Luo Yang said, because of Microsoft's threat to cut off supply half a month ago, many Dragon Kingdom citizens expressed angry protests. It was expected that the storm would soon pass without a replacement, and Microsoft and HP did not take this protest seriously. As a result, the emergence of Bayesian technology directly disrupted the entire situation. Especially after the appraisal reports from professional institutions at home and abroad were released, the domestic people gave up their doubts and expressed their refusal to use the Win system when purchasing computers. "Why can your HP computers only have Windows system pre-installed? If you do not switch me to the Bayesian system, I will take my children to buy earphones." A woman dressed in expensive clothes is buying a study computer for her son, who has just entered college. The female salesperson at the HP store apologized helplessly. "I am sorry, madam. There is an agreement between HP and Microsoft that HP computers can only be pre-installed with the Windows system. Even if you go to a Dai store, it will be the same. All major computer companies have this agreement." The female customer showed a helpless expression, glanced at the tall son next to her, and asked tentatively, "Son, how about we give in and use a Win system computer?" The son's face was full of resistance. He was young and energetic, and he raised his head with enthusiasm. "Then I will buy and assemble a computer. Flash the Bayesian system myself." The woman couldn't resist her son, so she had no choice but to leave the HP store and go directly to other stores in the computer city to buy and assemble computers. Not only in HP stores, similar scenes have been staged in stores of other brands of computers. Daier Lianshang. Almost all well-known brand computer manufacturers have encountered this situation. As for Fruit Company, it is well known that it is not suitable for ordinary users, so this problem does not arise. In the past, August, as the last period before the start of the school year was often the peak period for computer sales. Win Systems and major computer vendors would also offer various levels of student discounts.